What is up, y'all? It's your boy Winston Wolf. I'm back. I just want to do a quick video. No, the air conditioning isn't on, but the fan above the stove is on because it's smoky in here because I am under the influence. So let's just get through this together. Saw the first episode of Heels last night, and I know it's like 2 or 3 days old, but I'm super busy, and unless it's, like a movie I've been looking forward to or some kind of big sporting event, I'm not going to catch it on the night it debuts unless somebody directly tells me and I have free time. But I did manage to watch it last night, so I'm going to talk about that. And I'm not going to get into the plot or the synopsis. You can Google that yourself. You're grown. You know how to work your phone. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I like and noticed about it. Number one, I'm glad that they got Stephen Amell, or Amell, I don't know how to pronounce his name, because instead of having somebody who has mild interest that's just doing it for the money, or somebody who is starting from scratch as far as their wrestling knowledge, you got somebody that's actually competed in those pre-AEW pay-per-views and actually has experience, actually got in the ring and did some stuff. Didn't just come in for like 2 seconds, hit an elbow drop, and then collect a big check. He actually jumped in there, did the training, did a great job. So to know that somebody like that is involved in it, it makes it a great thing, and it has great potential, especially if you're a wrestling fan. And I didn't look into the I can't even talk. I didn't look into the production of it at all. So I don't know who directs or produces it, but it seems like this is his baby, Stephen Amell or Amell. I don't know his name. I can't pronounce it, and I think he's Canadian. So, and the reason I brought that up is because he does a great Southern accent. I think he has the best Southern accent out of anybody in the show, which is pretty impressive. So, yeah, but it seems like this is his baby. Like he's the director, producer, co-writer, whatever. So that's a good thing that you have somebody that cares and respects the art of pro wrestling like that who's in charge. So, the second thing is, it kind of seems like this is influenced or inspired at least a little bit by the whole Von Erich thing. Because when they show the inside of the warehouse that they wrestle in the show Heels, it looks like very similar to the inside of the Dallas Sportatorium from the documentaries and stuff that I've seen about World Class Championship Wrestling. So I liked that, and I also like how the brothers, like one of the brothers is just, borderline sociopathic, whatever. So, and just hearing the stories about how much jerks, that's a terrible sentence, how jerky how the Von Erich boys were. They're really spoiled, unappreciative of a lot of things. Didn't care about other people's feelings, that type of stuff. So you could tell kind of by how one of the brothers' characters is written that it's very Von Erich-ish. The other thing is, I took down some chicken scratch notes last night, and it's still, I tried to do this video last night and it was terrible. And you see how terrible my videos are, so can you imagine something so terrible that I was like, nah, I can't, nah. So, but yeah, it's set in modern times, and just watching it kind of bummed me out, because for years I've said, man, I wish they would make like a movie about Mid-South Wrestling or an HBO miniseries about Mid-South Wrestling, because the stories you would hear, like Terry Funk getting stabbed and fans shooting at the wrestlers and stuff like that, I think that would be great. But I mean, we get this, and then we got Dark Side of the Ring, so with the popularity of those, I think you have to crawl before you can walk. But I think in the near future, we're going to see more wrestling projects with bigger budgets, better directors, actual theater releases, and people trying to win Oscars and stuff. So I think we just got to wait, and we'll get a lot more wrestling material like this. Oh, so there's a part where one of the wives of one of the wrestlers is explaining kayfabe to somebody. And when that scene came out, all I was thinking was like, man, I can't wait till Jim Cornette's podcast, because his head is going to explode. I think Jim Cornette is going to overall with this show. I think he's going to like it overall, but I think it's things like that where they're just straight up exposing the business. Even though everybody today knows what it is, it's still going to kill him, but I'm still really interested in to hear his rants about it, or just his thoughts about it. And if you haven't listened to any Jim Cornette's podcast, listen to them. They're great. Mary McCormick, she's in it. If you don't know who Mary McCormick is, she played Howard Stern's wife in the movie Private Parts. And I don't know if it's because I haven't seen her in anything since Private Parts. So when you haven't seen an actor or an actress in things for years, they're just frozen at that age to you. And man, I get it. Father Time is undefeated. It happens to all of us. But man, she was unrecognizable. And when I realized who it was, I was like, huh. So, yeah, that was kind of, I don't know if it was a bummer or just it reminds you of your own mortality and that bums you out. Don't really know. And one last thing, there's a lot of little really good touches in there. But one of them is Arrow. I'm not gonna try to pronounce his Canadian name. I'm just gonna call him Arrow. So Arrow's driving through his hometown. He's driving his pickup. He comes to a red light, and there's some local kids, and they pretty much just wrestle in their little small rural town. You know, so the whole town is like obsessed with them and knows about them. So he turns and looks at the kids. They're on the corner eating some ice cream, and he just turns and looks at them. The kids get scared and run away because he's the number one heel in their town. And then he starts smiling and drives away. And like I like little touches like that where people were keeping up the kayfabe, even to little kids. Which is, I remember seeing that firsthand when I first seen ECW, when I first seen them live, and I saw some little kids go up to the Dudley Boys and ask them for autographs, and they straight told those little kids to F off. So, like, I respect, heels like that. They can keep it up. But I'm rambling, and I have cottonmouth. I am not going to hold you up. It's your boy, Winston Wolf. Heels, the first episode. I liked it. A little less than I thought I would, but I think that as the season as a whole has a lot of potential. So check it out if you haven't seen Heels episode 1. I would give it, out of 1 to 10 dog bones, 5. Which isn't bad. It's not a bad 5 dog bones. It's a positive 5. You got to look at the glass half full. It's your boy Winston Wolf. I'm out.